Hello, so I'm Madonna Brown. This is Hank Brown. We're both licensed clinical mental health counselors, and Hank has Lewy Body Dementia. He has had it now for 11 years. He's age 57, and he started having symptoms when he was 46. So today I want to tell you a little bit about our hiking trip. We went to Red River Gorge in Kentucky and went on a hiking trip, and we walked between 9 and 10 miles. In 2 separate days, and we slept in a tent. What'd you think of that, Hank?
The tent was fun. It was really fun. And I also liked the hike, too. I was kind of scared because I'm an old city boy, and being out there with them snakes and stuff was kind of scary, but I got used to it.
Yeah, it was, and it was a hard trail, but Hank tries to walk every day, at least a mile. He tries to walk at least a mile every day. So I was the one that was really out of shape, but he did really well. And if you wait till the end, I've got some pictures I'm going to put up near the end of the video to show us hiking and some stuff with the family. We went with my son, daughter-in-law, and 3 grandkids, so that made everything a lot better. So for you guys that are, wanting to know about the dementia aspect of that, how was it for you, Hank, having dementia and going?
Well, I mean, we had some issues because I was always scared that I was going to deviate off and get lost, and I was worried about that and stuff. But everybody, even my grandson, even my grandson said he'd help me get through and stuff, and we did, and I ended up liking it, and we did see some snakes and stuff.
You did.
But it was fun. It was.
And for me, with Hank having dementia, I got everything ready, which took 2 or 3 days. I loaded up the truck, a lot of it one night, because it's just hard for him to do all that. A lot of things I didn't say to him, even though I wanted to. We did forget his toothbrush. That didn't go so well. But I told him just be happy he didn't have to brush his teeth for 2 days. And then we laughed about that, But what else can you do but laugh and make fun and jokes? Hank did wake up in the tent one night, and he said, "Where are we?" And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Where are we?" I said, "We're in a tent. We're hiking." And then he said he remembered that that's what we're doing. So the unknown was really difficult. But you think about it, the unknown is difficult for all of us, not just for Hank. We made sure that we watched over him. The family watched over him. And of course, I'm 55, so the younger ones watched over me too. So we all just kind of helped one another. Ended up there with 7 of us, and I think that really made a difference. I was really shocked how tiring it was, and then Hank kept going the next day. So we did a couple of miles the first day, 2 or 3 miles, and then the next day we did 6. So, it was just a lot. But overall, I thought did really well.
Yeah, I did too. That's kind of scary on some of them big cliff things, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun.
And as a caregiver, I was really scared on some of those larger cliffs, thinking, is he going to fall? Is he going to just walk off the edge? Because, he's upset over something. Is he just going to get mad and just decide to just fall to his death? Those things I think about and I worry about.
Yeah, I don't worry about that.
Good. And the other thing is, I noticed with Hank, you're not going to get a lot of help from Hank. I think, it's not like I'm to tell you that, hey, go in there and, I don't know, pack the toothbrushes, things like that. It's just not, it's not going to happen. It's not going to be, I know where to pack them. Here's where they go. If you tell him to put them in this case with all the other you know, stuff that we're taking for the bath and stuff and the shower and all that, he's not going to know where to put it at in that. He's not going to know which bag it is, even if it's one we've been using for forever. So those are things, to me, when you do stuff like this as a caregiver, you have to do all of it. And that's nothing against Hank. It's just, I wanted to go. I thought it would be good for us physically. I thought it would be good for us to be out in the wild. It would definitely be good for us to be with the family. And it was. And as a caregiver, it was really nice because my son had taken and figured out all the places where we're going to go hiking. So I didn't have to worry about it. I didn't have to be in the lead. What's the address? They sent it to me. And then I drove our vehicle with a couple of grandkids in it, and we took off. 3 hours later, we're there. But I didn't have to stress over all that. Once we got there, there wasn't as much stress for me as a caregiver. I did get a break until we started hiking. And then Hank was upset, sounded upset the whole time. It was always negative language the whole time. And I mean, you talked about that, didn't we?
Yeah, it was... well, it goes back to me being scared of that I was go off track or something. Even though I know Madonna was there and, you know, and the grandkids and all that, it still played on my mind.
Right.
And
we were sitting on a log eating our lunch after a 3-mile hike. And then we was going to come 3 miles back, and there was a little waterfall, and we're sitting there. And a snake starts coming out of the water, or coming through the water kind of in my direction. So we get up off of our log, and then Hank says, "Oh, yeah, and I saw that other one too." And I thought, he didn't see no other snake. He's hallucinating. He don't know what he's talking about. But I looked, and there was a snake on the end of our log, and then there was a snake in the water coming toward the other snake. And when I got up and we got to watching them, ended up the 2 snakes, they were mating, is what they were doing. But it was just neat to see those things in the wild, you know. And we get stuck here at the house, and we're doing the same thing every day. And I'm working, and Hank is just at home, just being bored a lot of days. And it was really neat to get out of our comfort zone.
yeah.
What else did we see that was neat?
Well, a lot of rock formations and, you know, a bunch of stuff. And there were several places that we stopped that the kids got in and got in the water and, you know, and stuff. And
yeah, the grandkids had a lot of fun doing that stuff. They really did. And I enjoyed coming back to the site of the night where we had our tents in the campground there. And I enjoyed coming back to that. And then Shane, my son, would build us a fire. And that made it really nice. We'd all sit around the fire, and we'd have s'mores and roast hot dogs and marshmallows. And I enjoyed that. And what I want to say to you, if you're a caregiver, I'm not ever saying to take the person that you're caregiving on a hike. You know things about them, what their limitations are. And I know Hank walks every day at least a mile. But I will tell you, as I watched his legs tremble at times, you never even knowed your legs were shaking, I bet, did you?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. But I watched him from behind, and they were shaking. But he just kept on going anyway. So, yeah. So it worked out just fantastic. So at the end of the video, we'll put up some, you know, different stuff, and you'll get to see some pictures of us out hiking. But I think we're gonna go again sometimes. It was very enjoyable. So if you need anything, just let us know, and I'll do what I can to answer your questions if you have any. Thanks. Bye.